Jake Harrison was flying back to New York from Seattle. A major software deal cinched, boosting his company's bottom line. The trip was business, but he'd also seen his sister, Nina, a student out in Tacoma. They grabbed dinner at a Hilton, a rare catch-up after too many years apart. Good break, but Jake was itching to get back to his wife, Sarah, almost 5 years married. He hated the work separations. Their anniversary was days away. He'd planned a weekend getaway, picked out a sapphire necklace, sunburst design, to grab tomorrow. But his mind kept circling back to Sarah's silence before he left. He'd called her cell before boarding, straight to voicemail. House phone, same thing. Probably out with friends, errands, he told himself. But unease was creeping in. Sarah was everything. Stunning, dark, wavy hair, hazel eyes, warm smile. Their marriage was built on her fire and passion, except for the jealousy. That was the crack in the foundation. She was fiercely, irrationally jealous. Jake, loyal, wouldn't dream of cheating. Her suspicions sparked fights, endless arguments. He'd once, in frustration, suggested she hire a private investigator, hoping proof of his fidelity would shut it down. But her jealousy also hid something else, a secret of his own buried deep that her digging could unearth. Thinking of their last fight, a familiar pressure tightened in his chest. He reached for his meds, heart condition acting up, swallowed a pill. Relief came slowly. The guy next to him gave him a look. "You okay, man? Need help?" "Fine," Jake managed, forcing a smile. "Heart thing, no big deal." The guy nodded, concern still etched on his face. Plane landed, luggage carousel, then the parking garage. Tried Sarah again. Voicemail. Home by 6:30 p.m. Her car wasn't there. Weird. Sarah was usually home by now, especially when he was due back. Girls' night out? She usually let him know. House was dark, quiet when he walked in. No note, coffee. Tried to shake it off. Phone rang. Sarah's name. "Sarah, where are you?" Relief and worry mixed in his voice. "Hey, Jake. Been busy, missed your calls." Her voice was too light. "Busy doing what?" he pressed. "Surprise. Friends and I, little welcome home thing. Join us." "Where?" He grabbed a pen, jotted down the address. "Friend's place. Welcome back, early anniversary. Casual." She hung up. No, I love you. Small thing, but felt huge. He showered, changed, looked up the address. Rough part of Brooklyn, not Sarah's friend's territory. Misgivings gnawed at him. Still, he went, hoping to kill the doubts. Modest house, chain-link fence, driveway packed with motorcycles, beat-up trucks, deeper unease. He knocked. Burly guy in a t-shirt, jeans, beer in hand, loud rock music blasting from inside. "Yeah?" "Jake Harrison. Wife Sarah, said to meet her here?" The guy's lips curled, humorless grin. "Sarah's husband. Right on. Hand out." "T-bone." Jake shook it, wary, instincts screaming wrong. He stepped inside. Bad feeling, heavy, like something was about to break. "T-bone. Call me T." "Jake." "The guy you've been waiting for. Come in, man." He walked in, eyes scanning the room. Guys, tough-looking, confident, filled the space. "Hey," Jake said, unsure what to expect. "Ladies and gentlemen," T-bone announced, grin wide, fake. "The man of the hour," nods from the others, polite, distant. Tension thick in the air, something he couldn't place. "Sarah's here?" Jake asked, voice tight. Downstairs, main event prep. T-Bone chuckled, low, rippling through the group. Beer? Sure. Jake hesitated, a beer shoved in his hand. Thanks. He popped the top, took a sip. So, T, what's the event? T-Bone smiled, knowing. Anniversary surprise? Sarah wanted it. Memorable. We're just helping. Jake frowned. Who exactly are you guys? T-Bone waved around. CJ, RJ, AJ, Bull over there. He pointed to a mountain of muscle leaning against the kitchen table. Jake's eyes caught the glint of a knife strapped to RJ's side. Friends of Sarah? Suspicion edged into his voice. Old pals. T-Bone shrugged. Haven't seen her much since you showed up. Circles changed. She's never mentioned you. Flat, skeptical. Not surprised. We're private friends. Cryptic smile. Basement. We built it ourselves. Hang out, unwind, entertain ourselves. Restrained laughter. Jake's unease deepened. Wrong vibe. Footsteps from the stairs. She's ready, another guy announced, stepping in, eyes locked on Jake. This him? Yep, T-Bone confirmed. Jake, Luke, they'll take you down. Down where? Nerves tightening. You'll see, T-Bone said smoothly. Night to remember, trust me. Chuckles again. Wrong, wrong, wrong. Come on, Luke said, gesturing to the stairs. Sarah's waiting. Hesitation, brief. Jake followed. What if Sarah was in trouble? As he went down, T-Bone's voice boomed. Happy anniversary! Basement was dim, neon beer signs flickering. Small bar in the corner. Far end, raised stage, curtained. Bed center stage. Camera on a tripod, pointed at the bed. Dive bar feel, not a party. Jukebox hummed, pool table to the side. Two more guys, eyes watchful, followed Jake as Luke led him to a chair, front and center. Sit, Luke ordered, tone final. Sarah's out soon. Jake hesitated, sat. Beer on the table, instinct screaming. Run. But Sarah... Suddenly, rough hands grabbed him, arms yanked back. Zip ties cinched tight. What the hell? Jake yelled, thrashing. Restraints ignored, ankles tied to chair legs. Let me go! Anger boiling, cold voice cut through. Shut up, idiot! Sarah, standing nearby, revealing outfit. Shock doubled. Sarah? What is this? He gasped. Why are you dressed? Who are these people? Sarah's face hardened. Anniversary present. My friends. Lesson about cheating. Photo tossed in his lap. Jake's stomach dropped. Restaurant, Seattle. Him and Nina. Insane! That's my sister! Liar! Sarah snapped. Fist slammed into his face, vision blurred. Enough! Sarah commanded. My show! She turned to him, eyes cold, dead. Blonde on the side, huh? Now it's my turn, but I'm not hiding. Stage. She stepped up, voice ringing out. Showtime, boys! Jake tried to yell, gag shoved in his mouth. Protests cut off. T-Bone leaned close, voice low, mocking. No hard feelings, man. Favor for a friend. Sit tight. Soon be over. Sarah, up to her. Straining against ties, heart pounding, music blared, laughter filled the room. Sarah started to dance. Fun yet, lover boy? She sneered, venom dripping. Jake's eyes narrowed, fury rising. She didn't flinch, gaze icy. Blonde fling help you plan this? She spat, voice laced with hate. Mocking laughter spun dramatically, cruel smirk. Savor it, darling. Never touch me again. Sharp wave beckoned the men. Boys, show Johnny here what real men look like. Men, except RJ, surrounded her, laughter echoing. Jake struggled, bonds biting, muffled protests. Eyes darted to RJ, arms crossed, silent sentinel, ensuring his captivity. Sarah strutted to the bed, queen leading her court, perched on the bed, cold disdain. Punishment for cheating, bastard! Hissed, sharp, biting. Reclined, men flanking her. One moved, positioning himself. Jake's stomach twisted, disgust rising. Martial arts, only thing holding back the rage. Sarah's voice snapped him back. One thing right, sneered, malice dripping. Never touch me again. Laughter, sharp, cutting. Shifted posture on the bed, glanced at him again. Relentless mockery. Oh, sweetheart, don't think it's over. Just getting started, right, boys? Thundering agreement. Jake's gaze back to RJ. Smirk, amusement. Jake's eyes lingered. RJ's demeanor darkened, grabbed Jake's face, rough. Eyes on them, not me. Snarled, shoved his head towards the stage. Sarah's voice again. Oh, and... Smirk. Might get pregnant tonight. Off the pill weeks. Don't worry, always careful with you, dear. You'll raise this kid like your own. Words calculated to wound, hit their mark. Jake trembled, rage unbridled. Curious why RJ isn't joining? Taunted, mocking tone. Nodded stiffly, barely contained anger. RJ likes boys. Wicked grin. After tonight, maybe you will too. Laughter again. Breaking point. Blink of an eye, chaos erupted. When Jake came to, room was wreckage, unconscious bodies everywhere. RJ's scream cut through the silence, hand pinned to the table by a knife. Jake stood amidst it all, arms raw, aching from broken restraints. Sarah, across the room, trembling, pale, eyes wide with terror. "Don't hurt me," she stammered, voice whisper. Jake's voice cold, steady. "Not going to hurt you." Phone, dialed 911, eyes never leaving her. Call made, spoke again, tone heavy with disdain. "Thought you could destroy me? Pathetic games." "Jake, just... even," she sobbed, inching closer. "Cheated. Saw the proof." "Proof?" he barked, incredulous. "Seattle picture? Check the facts." Tears flowed. "No, just... photo." "Sister!" he spat. "Student at UW. Dinner. Nothing more. Couldn't ask. Just assumed. Typical." "Please, Jake, mistake," she pleaded. "Damn right." Ice in his voice. "Consequences. Jail. Finished." Sirens blared, closer. Police burst in, guns drawn. Surveyed the scene. Knife removed from RJ's hand, paramedics to the injured. Sergeant approached Jake, curiosity, caution. "You do this?" Jake nodded, still trembling. "Why?" Officer pressed. "Check camera," Jake replied. Stage. Footage reviewed. Officers exchanged looks. "Self-defense," Sergeant concluded. Statement, medical check. Detective Lopez arrived, took charge, listened as Jake recounted everything. Lopez impressed. "How?" Jake's reply measured. "Rare condition. Extreme stress, adrenaline surge. Martial arts, meds, usually control it. This, beyond anything." Lopez nodded, water, meds. As chaos calmed, detective, respect. Hell tonight, Mr. Harrison. Evidence you did what you had to survive. Lopez, water bottle. Take one? Jake pulled out meds, swallowed with water. Relief. Better now? Lopez asked, scrutinizing. Yeah, much, thanks. Jake, voice steadying. What happened here? Don't remember anything? Lopez, eyebrow raised. Jake shook head. Confusion. Nothing. Not at all. Lopez, phone, video, play. Jake stared, shock, breath catching. High-octane thriller. Real. Footage, breaking free, fierce cry, knife from RJ, hand to table. Chaos, men lunging. Sarah, frozen. Moments. Jake subdued everyone, swift, decisive. None of this rings a bell? Incredulous tone. Not a thing, Jake admitted, voice quivering. Capable of that? Last thing you recall? Lopez pressed. That man. Force me. Jake's voice cracked. Tears. Make me do. Wife. Part of it. Lopez's expression darkened. Glanced at Sarah, blanket wrapped, officer talking. Hospital, check out, Mr. Harrison. Piece it together, talk more. Pressing charges? Absolutely. Wife? Lopez, careful. Charges against her? Especially her. Jake, bitter. Lopez nodded. Contact info. Paramedic, wrists, ankles. Stay in the area, Lopez instructed. Follow up. Not going anywhere. Lopez coordinating. Jake watched Sarah's questioning end. Anguished cries as officers cuffed her. Jake, please, she sobbed. Mistake. Don't let them. Averted gaze refused to meet hers. Silence. Drove to hospital. Wounds cleaned, dressed. Hours later. Home. Starving drive-through burger. Apartment. Called boss. Francis Clayton. Jake, so sorry. Francis, after story. Contract tomorrow. Week off. Earned it. Thanks, Francis. Appreciate it. Hot shower, collapsed in bed, exhaustion, deep sleep. Next morning, canceled necklace, restocking fee, mostly refunded. Hotel, canceled getaway, disputed charges, fresh start. Divorce attorney, Elena Miller. Friday. Lunch, phone rang. Whitney's parents. Caller ID. Deep breath, answered. Hello? Jake! What's happening? Viviana, mother-in-law, demanded. Whitney called from jail! Held without bail! You did this? Floored by audacity, counted to 10. Did she tell you why she's in custody? Misunderstanding, Viviana responded. Misunderstanding? Tie me up? Force me to watch her with other men? Left that out? What? Why would she? Viviana gasped. Picture with my sister. Lost her mind. Jake, flatly. Tomorrow, divorce. Serious, upset, but see how she felt betrayed. What if you saw her lunch with a man? Ask her. Jake, icy tone. Not concoct elaborate scheme, humiliate her. Daughter's jealousy. Years. Stops here. Ended call. Ignored repeated attempts. Restless. Shared home office. Whitney's desk. Logged in. Passwords he knew. Blood boiled. Emails. Private investigator report. Morgan Investigations. Dinner with sister. Ina Harrison. Not unfaithful. Read it. Known truth. Ignored facts. Acted recklessly. Further emails. Revenge for hire service. False infidelity accusation. Horrific night orchestrated. Furious printed emails. Investigators report. Justice. Freedom from her grip. Deeply disturbing pattern. Browser history. Sites like the one she used. Videos. Husbands restrained. Degraded. Wives with multiple men. Content site. T-Bone. CJ. AJ. Luke. RJ. Bull. Others. Publicly available. Premium fee. Release forms. Never asked to consent. Other husbands consented to exploitation? Shock. Anger. Detective Lopez. Detective Lopez! Firm voice. Detective Jake Harrison. Something you need to see. Come over? Wrapping up. Head your way shortly, Lopez assured. Thank you. Ended call. Waiting for Lopez. Traced website origins. Registration cloaked. Hosting company identified. Printed details. Half-hour later, Lopez arrived. Thanks for coming, ushered him in. No problem. What you got? Lopez followed to office, handed printouts. Lopez reviewed, expression grim. Matches what we're investigating. Multiple men subjected to this. Consent forms? Jake pressed. Forms signed by wives, including yours, Lopez admitted. No husband documents. She knew this public? Jake's voice trembled, fury. Seems so. Lopez, serious tone. Before leaving, Lopez took Whitney's computer. Jake supported, kept key emails for attorney. After Lopez left, dug deeper. Adult video platforms. Extensive footage. Disturbingly familiar script. Husbands humiliated, wives' explicit acts with multiple partners. Recurring figure, RJ, refrained from direct involvement. Emails. One stood out. T-Bone wrote about involving husband in session, explicit consent needed. Whitney's response chilled Jake. I'd like to see him destroyed. Can you handle that? T-Bone replied, boundary. He has to agree. Whitney's reply, chillingly blunt. Don't worry, I'll make him agree. Overwhelmed, rage, stepped away from computer, collect himself. Impossible to calm down. Next morning, met Elena, divorce attorney, printed emails. Elena scanned, face tightening, disgust. Horrifying, she remarked. Clear grounds for divorce. Adultery, cruelty, abuse. She's arrested, Jake informed. Held without bail. Not surprising. Elena, Whitney's case on computer. Heavy charges, spousal abuse, sexual assault, conspiracy, fraud, unlawful imprisonment, accomplices, similar indictments. Won't escape easily. Jake mentioned video. Lopez confiscated one as evidence, not yet online. Elena resolute. Draft divorce papers immediately. Push aggressively. 90% assets, house, everything. Justify with emails, charges, no leverage. Restraining order for protection if released. Paused, thoughtful. Bigger than divorce. Civil suit, website operators, hosting company, enabled exploitation, accountability beyond your wife. Jake agreed, overwhelmed, resolute. Smart decision. Elena, resolute tone. Elena studied him. Advice. Distance, physically, mentally. Don't dwell. Leave to authorities, me. Confronting her. No good. Therapist referral. Work through this. Think that could help? Jake, faint nod. Tried everything. Breathing, meds, not enough. Never dealt with this. Understand. Elena, empathy, business card. Reach out now? Please, earnestly. Elena, phone call. Brief conversation, smiled, reassuringly. Dr. Torres, 4 p.m. today. Work? Jake, watch, nodded. Perfect, thank you. Great. Sheet of paper across table. Immediate steps, finances. Take care of it after appointment. Good. Focus on resting. Let us manage, understand? I do. Excellent. Firmly. You'll get through this, Jake. Things will settle. Move forward. Expressed gratitude, sizable retainer. Bank, canceled joint credit cards, transferred shared funds to new account, fresh credit card application. Whitney's parents, explained situation, incriminating emails, Whitney and T-Bone. Mother, Viviana, visibly shaken. Horrifying, whispered. Can't believe she'd stoop. Triggered her behavior? Viviana, Jake, calmly, firmly. Loved Whitney more than anything. Never unfaithful. Jumped to conclusions. Sister's dinner picture. Full report. Avoided all this. Viviana shook head, dismay. Don't know what to say, Jake. So sorry. Thank you. Promise to stay in touch? Of course. Softly. Always been like a son to us. Keep in touch. Reassured her. Car, T-bones, keys. Keys offered. Rest of her belongings soon. Thank you. Accepted keys. Left for Dr. Torres. Dr. Torres? Miley listened intently as Jake recounted ordeal. Finished, leaned back, thoughtfully. Studied your condition, haven't worked directly. Martial arts coping mechanism? Yes, Jake confirmed. Breathing, meds, blood pressure. Usually grounded. Situation. Unlike anything. Still practicing? I am. Good. Incorporate meditation techniques? Open to that? Absolutely. Excellent. Manage this without increasing meds? Prefer that. Agreed. Session over home. Clearing out Whitney's belongings. Boxed keepsakes, wedding photos, dress. No meaning, no reminders. Weekend. Changed locks. Whitney's belongings to parents, yard work, Sunday. Relaxation app, breathing exercises, falling rain sound. Calm, ready for work, Monday. Weeks, life settled, peaceful rhythm. Work, therapy, relaxation. No Whitney's accusations, home tranquil. Miley's sessions, transformative techniques. Elena kept him informed. Divorce papers served after trial. Conviction simplified process. Trial began, Jake testified. Meticulous detail. Evidence stunned jury. Few hours deliberation, guilty verdicts, all charges. Judge, maximum sentence, 20 years, parole after 15. Whitney escorted from courtroom, process server, envelope. You've been served. Flatly. Defeated, Whitney signed divorce papers. Tears streamed, glanced at Jake. Expression betrayed nothing. Turned away, van, state women's prison. Months later, Elena informed Jake, Whitney pregnant, awaiting trial, miscarriage. Only thought, what a shame. T-Bone, co-conspirators, trials stretched on. Detective Lopez, staggering evidence trove, 15 victims, past 13 months. Consent forms, husbands victimized. Confronted, men claimed duress, signed after the fact. Site owners, sensitive personal details disclosed. Tragic actions, 3 men suicide, responsible parties, justice, 25-year sentences, hard labor. Website shut down, efforts to compensate victims. Elena's legal team located some. Substantial financial damages awarded. T-Bone. Co-conspirators. Financial downfall. Hosting provider. Mitigate culpability. Restitution fund. Elena presented Jake $2 million check. Overcome with emotion. Compensation. Measure of justice. Little to heal deep wounds. Good man, Jake Harrison. Elena, gently. Plenty amazing women lucky to have someone like you. You'll find her one day. Thanks, Elena. Maybe someday. Jake, sorrow-tinged voice. Determined to move forward, continued therapy, working through pain, trauma. Next 2 years, poured into career, casual dating, no serious commitments. Recently, seeing one woman more regularly, still carrying emotional weight, therapist remarked in case notes. Bright side, she added. No further traumatic episodes, steady progress, optimistic, road to recovery. At least I hope so, Miley reflected, cautious optimism, gravity of his journey.